Hi, I'm Jenny, the book nerd, and this is my first haul for 2021 of the paperbacks that I bought and was gifted, all from January to now, May 27th. I have Puppy Love by Lucy Gilmore. Please forgive me, I am almost completely blind, and I'm trying to do this from looking through my phone screen. I have Puppy Kisses, which is book 3 in that series. Finding, let me see. Sorry. Forever Home. And this is Puppy Christmas, again, by Lucy Gilmore. This is book 2, so to put them in order, it's Puppy Love, Puppy Christmas, and Puppy Kisses. This series is about 3 sisters that own and operate a service dog training program, facility, but it's run out of their house. They have a large kennel and all. Well, book 1 is about the youngest sister and her battle with a hard-headed and gruff firefighter who is a diabetic and needs a service dog to alert him to his sugar dropping. And through the process of getting him to bond with his new service dog, training him on what to do, and all the time they spend together, it ends up being a very lovely romance story with some pretty heated scenes, I must say. This book was definitely a 5-star for me, as I have my own service dog, and I know the bond that is between a handler and their dog, and these 3 books definitely capture it. Maybe not fully, but they do get a very good handle on it and are pretty close to the mark of that bond and what an influence and how much a dog can change your life when you have a disability. So I have to say, these are amazing books. Book 2 in the series is about the oldest sister, and she is the one in charge of everything. And she goes to a black tie event, which she thought was a costume type thing, because her sisters end up dressing her in a really big pink sparkly dress, something like what I picture is Glinda the Good Witch from the Wizard of Oz movie and Candyland meet. Anyhow, that's where she meets the young girl. I believe she's about 6 or 8, somewhere in between there, who is deaf. She has cochlear implants, and she is going to be the recipient of the service dog that her company or program or whatever, I'll say company, is donating for the function and all. And through it, her and the father become really close, and the little girl falls in love with her, as he's a single dad, so she ends up becoming like a mother influence almost. I mean, she's trying to teach her how to handle her dog, but she's also doing other things like teaching the dad how to braid her hair certain ways, or giving her a special tea party to help her interact with people and how to handle her dog. And I'm not really describing this one very well, but throughout all all of that, the oldest sister out of the three and the single dad end up together. It too has some heated scenes, very steamy, but not as steamy as book one in my opinion. But it is a really, really delightful read. Another 5-star for me. Most of the paperbacks I ordered and bought myself are 4 to 5-star reads for me. I like to read them first through an ebook form, and if I truly enjoy the book, I'll try to get it in paperback if I can afford it at the time. Okay, book 3 in the series is about the middle sister and her secret relationship with one of her best guy friends' older brother, who is blind. His abilities portrayed through this story are really inspirational to me, because when I was born, I was completely blind, not able to see light or anything. My parents were told I would never be able to see, but by God's grace, I was given sight. Not much, but some. And by the age of 2, I was able to see color and a blurry resemblance of what everyone else sees. But I do struggle a lot with my vision. And the things he's able to do remind me of the challenges I would go through as a kid trying to, do everything I was told I could never do. And the things that he's able to do are things that people say, oh, you'll never be able to do. You can't see to do that. It's not capable. It's not possible for you. You're not capable of doing it. Well, he finds a way to overcome these challenges, but because his 2 younger siblings, they're all adults, but he had taken responsibility for them after their parents died, and they stuck around after they became adults to help him around the family ranch. And they wanted to try to branch out and do their own thing. So while the middle sister went to rescue this dog on the cover, I'm assuming because that fits the description, with the guy's younger brother, she brings it to his house and lies to the cops who stopped them for speeding and all, and says, oh, yeah, it's in a poor state, I have to get it to the guy's house, and the vet will be there to meet us, and we'll be training him to be his guide dog. Well, she ends up falling in love with the dog, but it becomes apparent through the book that her and the older brother that's getting the guide dog, have had a pretty steamy relationship on the down low, kind of behind closed doors where no one really knows about it. Well, she ends up finding a guide dog for him that he needs because she wants the dog, the one she rescued. Through it all, she ends up falling in love with him and he for her, but they fight it to the very end. And she even moves in next door with the elderly neighbor, and it's just a whole lot of emotions, experiences, twists, turns, unexpected, things happening that just, it blew me away. I read this book from cover to cover, well, on my Kindle from cover to cover in one sitting. I did not stop. I had to take my service dog for a walk. I took the Kindle outside with me to read while we walked in my yard so he could get a little bit of exercise in between a rainy day. So yeah, I did not put this book down until I finished it. It was amazing. 5 stars. Okay, the next series I ordered myself. It was The Butterfly Bayou series by Lexi Blake. The first book is about a nurse practitioner who moves to a small town in Louisiana. Hey, Louisiana, represent it. That's where I'm from. And she takes over a medical practice and ends up falling in love with the sheriff, but she fights it to the bitter end. And when she does give in and realize she's in love with him, he misunderstood something that happened between her and his daughter, who is in a wheelchair, during a physical therapy session, and kind of kicks her out of his life for a little bit. And then, for the next session, he turns around, she's there, she's coaching the daughter, giving her a pep talk, trying to help her because she loves the daughter as much as she loves the sheriff. And it opens his eyes to what really happened, and then he has to save her from bad guys with bad intentions, because she helped a woman escape a bad relationship and had her in a safe house type shelter for that type of woman, and no one knew where she had escaped to. But when she filed for divorce, the guy had lost it, and him and his brother were trying to destroy the evidence at the medical clinic, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But the funniest part about this book, besides the house that she bought, the dog here returns to, because he lived there all of his life, and he was the previous owner's dog, and the previous owner was an elderly man, like 90 or something, who had passed away. And she immediately opens up the home and starts taking care of the dog. It was his home first, he lives here, which that was pretty awesome, because it showed a side to her that nobody had seen up to that point in the book, because she was so guarded. And she had every right to be, with her past for what happened previously at her job in Dallas or Houston. I'm not sure which. It was in Texas. I can't remember, sorry. I have a bit of a migraine today, but it's going away slowly. Just not fast enough for me. Anyhow, when they see that she took in the dog and started taking care of it, that's when everybody started seeing the real side of her. And then her calm and collected demeanor, and how she saved 3 people after a car accident or something. Yeah, it proved her worth to the town and all, that was against having someone new come in and all that. But it's really good. But again, the funniest part was when she first gets to town, she's freaked out by an alligator sunbathing in the middle of a street, and she's on the phone with her sister over Bluetooth. And she's talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, there's a really big alligator in the middle of the street." And the sister's like, "Oh, does he have, part of his tail missing?" And she's like, yeah." And the sister's like, "Oh, that's Otis. He's fine. Get out and shoo him away. He won't hurt you." And I just thought that was so funny, because once she got around him and started speeding, the sheriff, pulled her over, and she accuses the cop of setting up a speed trap with the alligator, and that just set off that just hooked me, because if she had that type of personality, even though she seemed to be so guarded, but she could still come up with that idea, did you set a speed trap with that alligator? It just I loved it. I don't know, I can't explain it, but this was definitely a 5-star read from me. Sorry. Book 2 in that series of Butterfly Bayou is Bayou Baby. Sorry. Again, Lexi Blake wrote it. This is about the nurse practitioner who took over in the first book. her sister, who was living in that small town, is married to the oldest brother in this family. And this is the younger sister. She's a single mom. And it's her love story with the baby's father. I don't want to say exactly who that was or how that came to be or give any hints about it because it will spoil the whole story. But it's about how that came to be revealed and how a guy and his German Shepherd came to town to visit his relatives, and he was former military, I believe, and had a prosthetic leg, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've read this one. And how he steps in and starts helping her fix up the house she inherited and everything, and it's just a pretty good love story. It's like misunderstandings are had and all, and it's like people see how jumping to conclusions when you don't know the whole story of someone's life and what all they've been through can really mess up what could be a good relationship, I guess you could say, a good friendship, because everybody has a misconception about the guy who came to town, his aunt. And by the end of the book, she starts to break free of the reputation she was taught to uphold because of who she married, and people start to see the real her. And it's really good, but it takes a lot to get there. This one was a 4-star for me. And the final book in the series that I have in paperback, I have the 4th book in the series pre-order, but that doesn't come out until the end of July. Ebook form and the paperback form that I already pre-ordered will be here in the beginning of August if everything goes right. Again, Lexi Blake wrote this, and this is By You Dreaming. This is about the brother in that series, the younger brother, and how people perceive him in one way as free spirit, class clown, doesn't really take anything serious, but how deep down he's pushed everything he wanted to the side to help his family when they needed it, especially his sister and her baby son before she settled down with the guy in the previous book. But how now he's kind of into the sheriff's deputy who comes from the SWAT team in New York and all, and her family comes down unexpectedly to surprise her and try to get her to go back to New York and all this, but she needs a fake boyfriend for the time they are down, so the mom won't push her and all this. And the guy everybody thinks is the one who doesn't take anything serious steps forward, and everybody starts to see the real side of him. And even when he lets her go thinking that it's what needs to be done so she can achieve her dreams and all this, it shows the true character of him, and it shows the love that he and she share, and the way she comes back and puts him in handcuffs and stuff. Oh, I loved it. It was so good. They do have some funny moments in all 3 of these books, and it's the perfect mix of romance and steamy heat and comedy and emotional turmoil and basically just ups and downs. It's more realistic than a lot of things, especially since I've been reading and branching out from my normal genres and subgenres. So yeah, this was a really good book to get me back to reading more contemporary romance and basically things like I started out with. When I started reading again a few years back, I mean, I've always been an avid reader, but for a while it was so hard to find anything large print, except for, you know, middle grade books, chapter books for teenagers, well, middle graders, and maybe early high school books, but that didn't hold my interest when I was in my 20s, when I was in my late teens or my 20s, so it took a while. But when the Kindle Touch came out and it was able to read to you, because the screen was way too small for me, but it was able to read to me, that was definitely what got me back into reading. And now I have the Kindle Fire HD 10-inch, thanks to my parents. It was a Christmas present from them because my 8-inch Kindle Fire had I kind of wore it out and it wasn't reading right. It was skipping and stopping and freezing, and yeah, so they got me that for Christmas and gave it to me early so I'd have something to do during the hurricanes that came late in the season last year. So that was a really amazing gift, and believe me, I use it all the time. This was 5 stars. Okay, next I have 2 of these books. I don't have the third. It goes in this order. I don't have the third in paperback because it's hard to find secondhand. Most of the books I've ordered are second-hand purchases. Some are new, but it's easier for me to buy secondhand books because of the small budget I live on. But anyway, I am a huge fan of Vivian Arend. I've read a lot of her books, all of her Six-Pack Ranch books, her Rocky Mountain House series, her Heart Falls series, her Thompson Garage series or something like that, Thompson Family series, something like that. Just all the ones that spin off about, that spin off from the Coleman family in the original Rocky Mountain House series. And this is the Coleman, I think it's the Coleman Girls of Heart Falls. The Colemans of Heart Falls, okay. And it's about 3 sisters, well, 4, but I don't have the first book because it is in another series. This is a spin-off of that, but it's how one sister moves in to help on a ranch there and all that. And when she gets married and she ends up getting pregnant, her pregnancy is difficult. So the sister in this book, Lisa, moves in to help take care of the 2 small children that are her stepdaughters, and, life on a ranch, helps manage everything, get meals done, all that, while the sister is dealing with the rough pregnancy. And this book is about how the sister meets her brother-in-law's best friend and ends up falling in love with him. He's a veterinarian, Josiah. They rescue this little dog, Ollie, together, and it brings them together more because they were both kind of fighting their attraction there for a bit and then trying to see where things would go, but life would get in the way. So this little dog would go from Josiah's house to where Lisa was staying with her sister, and no one would know that she was on her way there, and it brought them together a little more. And it was a really good book. It's been a really long time since I've read this one fully, but I knew I enjoyed it and really loved it, so I went ahead and got the secondhand paperback when I seen it for a reasonable price. This was definitely a 5-star for me. This is the second book in that series by Vivian errand, and it's about the older sister moving to town and getting a second chance with the man she thought she lost. Not, badly, but like he moved away, family and all, and it's been like 5 years or something before that they've been apart and all, and yeah. It changes her life because it teaches her that she doesn't have to do what is expected of her or what is okay to, in her family's eyes, to do, that she can actually do things that make her happy, and he teaches her that. And yeah, it's a really good story. This is another 5-star. The other book about the sister of the other series that this one spun off of was a 4-star, and the third book in this series about the unknown sister that they discovered in the first book here was a 4-star too. So I got these two secondhand because they were really good. Okay, these I have not read yet, and I don't know much about them, but to be honest with you, and this is what I find really odd with some books, and I believe it's mostly traditionally published books, when those books come in mass market form like this, it's cheaper to buy the paperbacks than it is to buy the ebooks. I got these for $4.99 each, and then I had a discount code and all that, so I got them even cheaper. But if I would have ordered the ebooks, it would have come to more than the 5 paperbacks combined. So this is sorry for the close-up. I'm trying to see, from Debbie Burns, and this is the Rescue Me series. The first, well, this is in no particular order because I'm not sure off the top of my migraine throbbing head right now which book goes in which order. So we'll just list them off, and I'm predicting there'll be 3 to 4 stars for each book in this series. This is My Forever Home. Same author, Debbie Burns. Same series. This is A New Leash on Love. It looked like my service dog on the cover there. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like a chocolate lab. Looks like my sweet boy who is resting after a stressful day at the vet for an emergency visit today. No worries, he is doing okay, but his paw is wrapped for the next week to 10 days, and he is on antibiotics, and right now he's sleeping from the shot he got for pain relief and swelling, and he has medicine for that just in case we need it for the next few days while he's starting to heal. Anyhow, this is another one from Debbie Burns, same Rescue Me series. This is Sit, Stay, Love. Beautiful German Shepherd. The husky on the first one that I showed you was beautiful too. I want to say this one's a border collie on the cover. Very, very pretty dog. Debbie Burns again, Rescue Me series. Love at First Bark. Oh, I love that. And that's not one. My books are falling. Hold on. Okay, and the other one from Debbie Burns that I have in paperback form from the Rescue Me series is Head Over Paws with what looks like a golden retriever. They're all beautiful dogs on the cover. Can you tell I'm a dog mom? I am, and I love being a dog mom. I don't have any children. I have a dog. And this is him sleeping. Excuse the mess. I have a toddler mattress on the floor for him. There's this little head hanging off. Tozer! Oh, I got a tail wag. He's not feeling good. But I have that on my floor so he doesn't injure himself trying to get up and down the bed. You see his paw is wrapped. He ate all of his treats in here today. I need to sweep after this video. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, yes, he is going to be 8 years old on June 5th, which is also our 6-year anniversary of the day he was placed with me. And I tell you what, he has completely turned my life around. I had PTSD so bad that if I left the house to go even to a family gathering, I come from a large family, a lot of gatherings and just random get-togethers with food and laughter, fun, family stuff. We're a close family, and there for a few years I'd go into panic attacks just being around my family, much less going into public without having one. And I was blessed with Dozer after one of my counselors helped me find information to get in touch with a guy who had founded a nonprofit that helped place rescue dogs into a prison training program with the nonviolent offenders to train the rescue dogs to become service dogs for those with PTSD, mostly veterans. But when I spoke to him and he heard my story, and I actually had a panic attack on the phone with him while we were doing kind of a over-the-phone interview, he helped me get placed with Dozer, and he went above and beyond to help me, and so did some friends and family members pitch in to help me get, there and back, 'cause it was an hour drive, and I can't drive due to my vision and everything, so yeah, it was a lot. It was overwhelming, but the support my sweet Dozer has given me, I can't put into words. So let's go. This is the second series out of here. Okay, these, I know I do not have these in perfect order, but as I said, my migraine I thought was getting better, but it's starting to get worse. I don't know how to clip movies together to make one from my new YouTube channel, so I'm just going to bear through this and try to get through it as quick as I can. So I'm going to go through the titles, a quick rundown, and my star rating, and go from there. I might be able to do a more in-depth video about these two series, about all of these books, but these two specifically because they tie into each other, and I have all the books that are out so far in paperback form, so that'll be fun. I've read them all on ebook, and that was great. My parents actually helped me get the entire series. I had half of what I needed to get all of the paperbacks, so they helped me with the other half. It was a dog mom day present from them. That's what they told me, because I'm always teasing them that their grandchild is a dog, so they have their grandpa ends, and their grandson is a dog, so, and before him it was my chihuahua, may she rest in peace, and yeah. They know how much I love dogs, and these dogs are pretty cute on the covers, and the stories were amazing, and they thought it would be a good idea for me to have the collection just in case the hurricane season this year is as bad as they are predicting, because if it is, we will most likely be without power for a few days, and if that happens, I won't have my Kindles, so I needed some paperbacks to get me through. I just had no idea that I had so many, but to be honest, everything I have here, it's under $200 altogether because of the amazing deals I got secondhand. Some of these books from the Rescue Me series I got for $2.99 secondhand. The most expensive one was $4.99. I think, no, that was a different series. Anyway, This is a new to me author. I only discovered her earlier this month, actually. And to let you know how amazing these books were, I read all 17 books in, I want to say, a week, maybe 10 days at the most, on my Kindle. So Roxanne St. Clair, she's an amazing author. This is Sit, Stay, Beg, sorry. It is in the Dogfather series. It's an amazing book. It's about a dad who is trying to set up his adult children with the loves of their life to help get them settled, and in his own way get them to stay close to home after losing his wife. He wants his family close, so he comes up with this idea to turn their home into, instead of just a little kennels they had for foster dogs, since he was a vet, his wife was a avid foster dog parent and adopter. He comes up with an idea to turn the homestead into a huge training facility for dogs, all different types of training programs. He has a rescue, a shelter, grooming facility, and a second veterinary office, all these things. That way each child in the family that he has, that his 6 children with his wife, has their own role to play, their own section. The 80-plus grandmother in here is a kick. Oh, I love her to bits. She is a blogging granny. She blogs. I am still learning how to do that, and I am 36 years old, and she is in her 80s in this book and blogging away. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. If I'm correct, this one is about... I'm sorry, y'all. This headache is killing me. I will come back and do a better description and review for each of these. I'm just going to go through the titles and who they're by, my rating for each, and specifically what series they're in, because there's 2 series. And yeah, we'll go through it that way, because I really need to go take something for this migraine. Hopefully I can have my Excedrin. Or did I leave it? Oh, well, anyway. Roxanne St. Clair. Amazing author. Really nice lady. I do scrapbooking with swag from my favorite authors and favorite books. If I can get them, since I can't travel much, I reach out to the authors and see if I can get swag from them that way, or when I order signed copies. Yes, I do have a signed book collection. You'll see some of those in a minute. And, that's how I get some of my swag for the scrapbooks that I am putting together. I'll have to go through that on here one day and show you. But I reached out to her after I read the books and had these paperbacks ordered, and she was so nice, and she offered to send me some swag after I told her about my scrapbook and that I would be interested in getting some from her, but I would have to, budget myself in case there was a small fee required, or I had to pay for shipping or something like that. But she was so kind. She just said, give me your address and we'll see how that goes. She was really, really sweet. But yeah, this is one of the books in there. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first books in the series, if not the first. But this headache is killing me. Anyway, Sit, Stay, Beg. Definitely a 5-star book. The next book I pulled off the stack in the Dogfather series by Roxanne St. Clair is New Leash on Life. Oh, I love this one. It's got the pity on the front, or the bully breed. It's a beautiful dog. Definitely another 5-star. Oh, I love this one. Leader of the pack. Oh, that Belgian Malinois, or is that a German Shepherd? That's a German Shepherd, sorry. The Dogfather book, this one was so good. This is one of my favorites out of the series. Really, really good book. 5 stars. So those 3 so far are all 5 stars. This one, excuse the paper, stuck to the back here. It has the sticky bit from a sticker that I tried to get off, and I don't want it sticking to the other covers until I can get some gook on or something to get it off. I have this protecting the other books that it'll be against. Oh, look at that boxer. So beautiful. In the first book cover of this series, that looks like a collie of some kind, a collie mix maybe? Like a border collie mix or some kind of like Australian Shepherd mixed with something. Might have some retriever in it too. I'm not sure, but it's a very beautiful dog. Yes, right now I am addicted to books that have a large dog influence in them, where dogs help people find their true loves. Yes, I love that. Or dogs help people solve crimes, or whatever, that a dog plays a big role as an emotional support system, or friend role, or entertainment. Well, not entertainment like in like a show dog, like dog do tricks or whatever, but like company, companionship, that type of thing. Yeah, you can tell this migraine is really getting with me. This is not going to be a very good first impression from my new YouTube channel. Anyhow, rough around the edges. Oh, this was a heartwarming story. This one had me on the brink of tears. Oh, I loved it. I was on the edge of my seat during some parts. Amazing, amazing writing. This one was jam-packed with emotions. Oh, I loved it. 5 stars again. This one, Bad to the Bone, another Dogfather book by Roxanne St. Clair. This was a 4 star for me. Well, a 4 3/4 star. There was one part I really didn't care for, and it was towards the very end. But other than that, it's a really, really amazing dog story, really amazing book. I might change my reading to a 5 star. I'll read this again when my headache's not hurting and let you know if I update the star rating. It looks like that's a bully breed there, but I'm not 100% sure. I love the dog's name in this book. It was Meatball. Very, very, very cute name for a dog. So yeah, another good, amazing read by this author. Let's see. Oh, Double Dog Dare. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Dogfather by Roxanne St. Clair. Amazing story. Loved this one, especially with the 2 little dogs and what the couple had to go through. First fighting the attraction, then happening to team up for the health and well-being of one of the dogs, and the miracle of the dog getting its sight back. And it was a great read. Definite 5 stars. Well, no, I'd say 4.5. Sorry. 4.5 stars. And this is Old Dog New Tricks. This is actually about the father, the Dogfather, the matchmaker, finding love after his wife passed with a old flame. But there are a lot of things that are going to come to light in this story that were not known before, and this is a 5 star read. Definitely, yes, this is the Dogfather series. Roxanne St. Clair. Beautiful story here about an older couple finding a way to rekindle a romance they had before they had each gotten with the loves of their lives, the people they married and had families with, and spent 40 years together, but now they meet up again, and It's just a great book, and that's an Irish setter, I believe. Very, very good book. This was a 5-star. Okay, this is 2 in 1, actually. This story here is Santa Paws is Coming to Town in the Dogfather series by Roxanne St. Clair. 5-story read, but it's very, very short. It's at the end of this book because Roxanne said it was too short to publish as a print on its own. Bark, the Herald Angels Sing. The Dogfather book. This is a really great read. I give both of these books each 5 stars. I don't know if you'd say this is a full-length book or if you'd just say it's a short story. Either way, it's a 5-star read. So these are both 5-star reads. I love the granny in this story here and what she goes through. It's really, really good. And it'll definitely get you in the holiday spirit for a Christmas read. Okay, the Dog Mothers. This is the granny I told you about from the Dogfather series. And when the Dogfather fell in love again, her former mother-in-law, well, the mother of her late husband, shows up in this book and teams up with the granny to get the rest of their combined grandchildren married off to the loves of their lives. This is Hot Under the Collar. Roxanne St. Clair wrote this series as well. Amazing, amazing books. This is a Weimaraner. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This dog in the book does incredible things and actually understands English and saves lives and, well, saves the female love interest's life, her grandmother, and it's just a great book. This is a 5-star. This is actually the book I started with first, not knowing that the Dogfather series was out there and that it came first. And when I realized that, I stopped. I think I was partway through maybe chapter 4 or so. I don't know. I wasn't too far in this book when I realized that, and I stopped it, bookmarked it on my Kindle, and went find the other books to read first so I could have it all in order. But yes, this was 5 stars. It was amazing. Okay, again, I don't know if these are in perfect order. My migraine is not letting me think or get my words out properly. Sorry about that, guys. The Dog Mothers. This is about one of the Greek grandsons, because the granny teams up with the Yaya, which is the great grandmother of the Dogfather's new love interest's late husband. Very complicated to understand, but if you read the books in order, you'll get it all. It'll all make sense. I'm not doing very well, especially with this headache. Anyway, 3 Dog Night. Oh, this is the one where they rescue the 3 puppies, and they rescue the mom, and, well, the puppy's mom, and great, great book, and it brings them together, and even unexpected wealth and all this can't tear them apart, even though it tries. Oh, this was an amazing book. 5 stars. Again, I only try to order books that are 4 to 5 stars. Maybe once in a while, if I really like a 3-star read, I'll try to get that in paperback, but for the most part, I only try to get the ones that I know that I really love and I will not mind going back to read again, because like I said, I have a 10-inch Kindle Fire HD and I have a ton of books on there, and that's where I test out new books, new authors, new genres, new subgenres, and if I like it, then I'll bring it into my paperback collection, or my paperback library, I should say. So please do not be surprised if most of these, if not all of these, are 4 to 5 stars, because that's kind of really all I buy, unless they're large print books. and I can get them for a reasonable price, which you'll see in a minute, and that I haven't read yet, but they're large print and they're for adults, so yeah, if I can find those that are reasonably priced, I'll buy those and read them, and then, read them from there, because I do really enjoy reading paperbacks, but the print isn't always large enough for me without a magnifying crystal and a pair of reading glasses combined. I have to put the reading glasses on and put the little dome crystal magnifier over the words and just go across like this most of the time to read most of the books that are published. So it does take me a bit longer to read paperbacks, but it's still something I really enjoy doing. Oh, baby, hold on. Toto, you okay, baby? Come on. Wake up. Oh, you okay? Oh, you got the sneezes. God bless you, my baby. Come on, wake up, Toto. Oh, you seem peaceful again. Oh my. God bless the baby. Oh, there you are. Sorry about that. They said the pain medicine that they gave him in the shot form earlier today could cause him to have a bit of a restless sleep. It will make him drowsy, but may not have him fully restful, because he is a trained service dog and knows that he is supposed to be on alert at all times in order to help me. So he's going to be fighting the drowsiness and all, and that's what's gonna make him restless. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I am trying to explain it to the best of my ability today, but it is not working. It's because he is going to fight the drowsiness, because he knows that I am awake, and that means he is supposed to be on duty, that he is going to fight that to try to be on duty to help me, even though he is hurting. He's an amazing dog, but I really want him to rest and heal so he can be fully recovered. So I'm hoping once I lay down after taking some Excedrin that he'll be able to calm down a little bit more. Okay, this is a dog mother's book. Again, this is Chasing Tail. Roxanne St. Clair really got a good one in this one. It's kind of a comedy. It has like comical parts in it, sorry. This dog, I'm not sure its breed, but it is gorgeous. It looks like it has a little mix of everything in there. Anyhow, this is a good book, really good book. 4.75 stars. Okay. A Hush Puppy. Beautiful story, really heartwarming, really tugs at your heartstrings, and definite 5 stars. Love this book. It's another dog mother's book by Roxanne St. Clair. This is an amazing book, and this guy here is also the twin brother to the one on the cover of Three Dog Night. In the story, they're twins, and yeah, it's really, really good. I love this book. Oh, yes, sir. Another book in the Dog Mothers series. I believe that's a husky. I'm not sure. Anyhow, his man's best friend. Childhood friends reunite and fall in love with the help of the Irish granny and the Greek yaya. Oh, I love this one. Oh, and we can't forget the female lead's grandfather, whose spirit suddenly lift because he is brought in on the plans by the dog mothers to help their grandson here and his granddaughter find their way back to each other. Childhood best friends to so much more. It's really amazing. 5 stars all the way. And this is the most recent book in the series. I believe it came out in April sometime. Looks like a boxer and bully mix, maybe? Beautiful coloring, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, love the story. Amazing storytelling. The bond between the dog and the guy, and then the dog and the guy who rescues her, and then yeah, it's really, really good. Faux Paws. Oh, I love that title too. Roxanne St. Clair is an amazing author. I know she has other series out there, but I haven't got around to checking into those yet, but I really am looking forward to it. This is the new one out of the bunch because, like I said, it's the most recent release. Really, really good book. 5 stars. Okay, and these are 2 Christmas novellas that go in between the series. Let's see. Yes, this one's for the dog mothers. Feliz Naughty Dog by Roxanne St. Clair. It's a great, great book. I loved reading it. Really enjoy it. Can't wait to pull this out with Bark the Herald Angels and this one for the holiday season. They'll be quick, fun reads. So that'll get me in the festive mood. And yes, I know it's not even June yet, but I'm already piling up my 12 days of Christmas reading list. I'm also piling up my 31 days of tricks or treats reading list. Will the books trick me or treat me? But they'll all be in the paranormal romance, fantasy, maybe a little science fiction. I'm not sure. I'm not too big on science fiction unless shifters and all that, but anyhow, I love shifters. But yeah, I have a list I'm going to be reading that month about everything that's not in the real world, so to speak, like shifters, fae, those types of things. Sorry, I don't know all the terminology for the different things they are, but yeah. I have holiday list being made for the end of the year. And especially for my birthday month in September, I'll be doing a very special book list read. The dog mothers. Okay, sorry about that. My eyes weren't focused for a minute. Dachshund Through the Snow. Oh, I loved this one. This one was so cute. And it really touched my heart, especially at the end. Really, really cute story. Really, really great. Definitely will get you in the mood to give to your family and your friends and to make the holidays a really, really special time of the year. And when I say to give, I don't really mean like pricey gifts or that, but to give them something that will let them know how much they mean to you, because that happens in this book and it's beautiful. 5 stars. Oh, let's see. Okay. We will do a quick run through. I am so sorry this is all shaky. I'm holding it by hand and things are not going my way. Okay, again, I don't know the order for this, but I got these off of eBay in a lot for one price. And this was a bonus book, which happens to be the same as one of the others. I'll show you a comparison in a second. In this series, Canine Search and Rescue, it is a large print love inspired suspense. This is Trailing a Killer by Carol J. Post, I think. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. I know nothing about this book other than it was large print. Came in a lot of 11 books, all large print, from the Love Inspired Suspense collection, I guess you could say. And it was within my budget. It was in my price range, so I took a chance and ordered it. I'm hoping they're at least 3 stars, but I really don't know because I know nothing about any of them. So this is one of them. This is this one. So again, love-inspired suspense story. This is Mountain Survival by Christy Barrett. And again, it's the K9 Search and Rescue large print. This is large print, as you can see here. I'm not zooming in, but I'm holding the phone close enough so I can focus on it. So I will lay it down here and hold the phone above and show you. Let's see, that is the size of the print. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but that is a large print. That's about the largest I knew of, because I have some Harlequins and Love Inspireds in this print. So I knew about how big it would be. It's a mass market, so it should be good to read. But this was a bonus book I was able to get off of eBay for a really, really good deal. Same exact book, okay? One, look at the size difference of the two books. Oh, hold on, I am so sorry. Okay, you see the difference there? In the books? There we go, that shows it. Okay, same exact book, same exact author, same series. Except this one is true large print. I had no idea this existed in adult books. I knew print this size came in middle grade books and things like that, but I had no idea this came in books for adults. And I love it. I need to find more like this because it is so much easier for me to see, especially when I have my reading glasses on. I don't necessarily need my little crystal if I hold it close enough. So this is definitely a good book for travel. Not that I ever travel much, but I do have a large family, so once everybody has the vaccine and it's safe to travel, we'll probably be going to see some family members in the nearby area. But this is good for me for when I need time to myself away from the groups. I can sneak away and read a chapter or two to compose myself again and go back to join the festivities. I do have both of my COVID vaccines, so hopefully the rest of my family will soon too. This is another love-inspired suspense. This is another large print. It is the True Blue K9 unit in Brooklyn, tracking a kidnapper, Valerie Hansing. Looks pretty good. Again, love-inspired suspense. The True Blue K9 unit in Brooklyn series. Cold Case Pursuit by Dana Minting. I am so sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Same here. Love-inspired suspense. The True Blue K9 Unit Brooklyn large print edition. This is the Blue K9 Unit Brooklyn Christmas by Laura Scott and Maggie K. Black. Looks pretty good. Another love-inspired suspense, large print, True Blue K9 Unit in Brooklyn. Explosive Situation by Terry Reed. Really interested in this one. Love-inspired suspense, True Blue K9 Unit Brooklyn, large print. Chasing Secrets by Heather Woodhaven. Beautiful dog on the cover. Looks great. Well, looks good to read. Love-inspired suspense, large print. True Blue K9 Unit Brooklyn. Sense of the Crime by Shannon Dunn, I think. Love the dog. 3 more of these. Same series, same publisher, I guess you could say. Deadly Connection by Lenora Worth. Looks good to me. I love a good suspense. And this is same as before. This one is Delayed Justice by Shirley McCoy. Looks good. And finally, out of that lot that I got off of eBay, this is Desert Rescue by Lisa Phillips. Hold on, I have to plug in my phone. So sorry about that. This is the K9 Search and Rescue series, large print. Sorry about that. So yes, that's my regular paperback haul so far from January to May 27th. I ordered this book in December, I think. Or was it November, December, whenever. Kaylee Ryan and Lacey Black offered the paperback version of all three of the books in the Fair Lakes series in a single paperback. And because it was Christmas, I treated myself and allowed myself to order a signed paperback copy of all three, but I didn't get it until early this year. Because of the delays with everything going on in the whole world situation with the I don't even know if I can say that here, but with the virus, and also, yeah. These books are all 5 stars. They're really, really good stories. I enjoyed all 3. I'll do a more in-depth review of this series, because I have to hurry this along a little bit for my migraine medicine so I can take something. Anyhow, Kaylee Ryan and Lacey Black are amazing authors. I have several other Kaylee Ryan books that are signed in another series and a standalone. I love all of her work. Lacey Black was new to me until I read this series. She's an amazing author as well. Each of these books get 5 stars. in the combined collection. If I could, I'd give it 15 stars, but I can only give it 5, so, 5 stars for each book. But this is definitely a 5-star read. And because it took so long, at least that's what the card said, it was a thank you gift for my patience. Boy Trouble by Kaylee, Ryan, and Lacey Black. An All-American Boy series was sent to me by Kaylee Ryan, signed in the package with that one. I am looking forward to reading this one, but I don't really know if I want to read the signed copy yet, or if I want to wait and get myself the paperback to read. I do predict this is at least 4 stars after reading a lot of books by Kaylee and a few by Lacey. Now, let me see. This one's volume 2. Okay. I became friends with the author here after reading 2 of her series and 3 series that had a spin-off that kind of combined all 3 together almost, which was the next generation of the series. I reached out to her and we became Facebook friends, and she was so kind as to gift me these 2 signed paperbacks of short stories to do with the different, with the series, the Barker series, I believe. Yes. So, yeah, it's the Rocker series that she has out. And these are the short stories that go with it. And I really, really, really see they have amazing, amazing stories. And this is 5 stars, definitely. She was so sweet as to send this to me. And as soon as things straighten out, I'll be ordering more signed copies of some of my favorites from her. But that was so, so kind of her. The second one in that package was volume 2, the Needing Forever one. Again, it's, short stories by Terry Ann Browning that go with, this is all Rutgers, I believe. But, again, she gifted me this one. I wasn't expecting it. It was signed. I messaged her one day and she's like, oh, no, I sent you something. I sent you a small gift in the mail. This, and it had a few other little swag items and different things in there. Very, very sweet of her. Really appreciated that. Definitely enjoyed every single story in this book. Definitely a 5-star read. And I can't wait to be able to order all the other books I want from her. That is going to be my birthday present to myself in September. I am splurging and ordering a bunch of books from Terry Ann Browning, all signed, of course. So, yes. The reason I reached out to her first after I read a few of her series was to see if I could get some swag for the scrapbook I'm putting together. And that's how we first became friends. Well, Facebook friends. Anyhow, I love and respect her work. Amazing author. Again, I reached out to Cora Brent on Facebook to see about swag because I love her books. I love her Gentry Boy series. I love her life. I am so sorry. In This Life standalone. I love her Next Generation for the Gentrys. This is the Next Generation for the Gentrys. It's the most recent for the Gentrys, I believe, but not her most recent release. And she surprised me and signed a copy and sent it to me when she sent me a little swag. So I was completely not expecting this. When the package came in for the swag, I was completely blown away. Very, very kind of her. I am absolutely loving this book. I am taking my time with it because I want to read it in the paperback form. So again, that takes my reading glasses and little crystals so I can see the print. But it takes me a little bit longer to do it that way. And I have a few other books, including some poetry collections that I'm reading in the paperback form. So I have to take a break from the books and switch it out a little bit because it takes me so long to get through them. But so far, I am almost to the end of this one, I must say. And I can honestly say I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 4.75 star book for me. Maybe even a 5-star. It ends the way I'm thinking. I'll let you know as soon as I finish. Yep, that's all of the books I've gotten in paperback form since January 1st to May 27th of 2021. I will, because this took me a lot longer than I thought, but I will definitely go through my Kindle 10 right here and show you guys, what I'm reading, and an ebook haul that I've gotten from January to now. I got a lot of free books in there, so I have some books that were gifted to me. I know it's well over 100, might be several hundred. I've read most of them already. Most of them are classical books, collections of poetry, short stories. The free books that don't really have a cover except for color and a title from the Kindle app, because I wanted to go back over some of my favorite poets' books, so I downloaded the different free collections they had, and they had a large variety. That's why it's going to be so many. I also downloaded a bunch of Bible study books because I haven't been able to go to church with everything going on, and I miss studying the Bible, so I wanted to work on that, so I found a bunch of free books that'll help me do that. But I do have a bunch of novels, some erotica, some contemporary, some rom-coms, some just mostly romance, some cozy mysteries, some good shifters, some fae, just a really, really big collection, really, really big mix-up. So as soon as I'm feeling a little bit better, I will go through my Kindle and go through each book that I have in a ebook haul for 2021 from January to probably the beginning of June, because I will be taking care of my service dog until he is fully healed. That is where most of my focus is going to be. So getting this channel up and running is going to be a little bit slower because he had an unexpected accident yesterday, and he now has to heal from the injury. So I won't be publishing as many videos as I would like, and I will be doing all of my videos from my phone by hand. So if you don't see my face in all of them, or they're shaky or out of focus, I truly apologize, and I hope you all will give me a chance to learn and grow. I'm not sure exactly what I will be able to do with my vision as far as editing videos, but I do want to get them out there. I want to join the BookTube community, and I really, really want to be able to talk with people who enjoy books as much as I do. With that being said, I'm going to go make sure my dog has his second dose of antibiotics and take something for my migraine. So thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I don't even know how many books these are, but it'll be in the title. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to making new friends with everyone in the book community. And I will be starting a book blog, a written blog with book reviews on it, and I'll have that up on here soon as well. So for now, it's a little after 8 at night on May 27th. So good night to everyone. Have a blessed night. I look forward to chatting about books with y'all soon. Again, I am Jenny, the book nerd. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, and if you enjoyed it and would like to see more from me, please subscribe, because I will be posting more and more. I am aiming for one a week after my service dog is completely healed, because I'm not sure how many I'll be able to get out before then. But one a week, and hopefully I'll be able to move that up to a few more. But again, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will subscribe and give me a chance to learn and grow, to learn and grow in this community. And maybe you can share some tips and tricks with me along the way, so I can become better at filming, and I can make book reviews and content that you all enjoy. A lot of the books I read are by indie authors, so I will do a lot of book reviews about those books. And a lot of what I read is romance, so there will be a lot of that on here as well. So I hope you'll come back for my next video. Thank you for watching.